And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight, we are watching and reacting to Toronto FC versus Atlanta United FC MLS 2025 Week 21. We have 14 games, 14 games to go, 13 after tonight. Toronto playing a team who's only a point above them in Toronto. This should be a winnable game for TFC. It should be. Now, of course, that doesn't mean anything, but you would hope. Of course, we have the Club World Cup final tomorrow. So, it's not the first time, but we have the Club World Cup final tomorrow, of course, to finish out. There we go. That's better. Okay, I was like, that was a little bit too dim of a background light. With that being said, here we are, TFC versus Atlanta. How we doing, Dylan? How we doing, Rory? Do I have to change that? I guess either way. We'll see. With that being said, here we go. Toronto trying to play a game against a team or win a game against a team they should at least have a chance against. Marcel Ruiz could be going to Ipswich. Well, I just hope Ipswich doesn't go full Luton if he does that. Not surprised. Well, actually, no, I am actually. Starting 11 for Toronto FC. Sean Johnson, the back three of Cozy Thompson, Sigurd Rosted, Raul Petretta. The midfield five of Derek Etienne Jr., Matty Longstaff, Davy Flores, Maxime Dominguez, Richie Larea. The midfield two, or the attacking two, Eloàrd Hilton, Theo Corbianu. Starting 11 for Atlanta United. We have Jaden Hibbert. So not Brad Guzan. Is he on the bench? He's on the bench. Wow, that's crazy. Back four of Brooks Lennon. We have Efrain Morales. We have Luis Abraham, Pedro Amador. The midfield three of Bartosz Szlisz, Tristan Mayumba, Alexei Moranchuk. The front three of Sabalop Janitze, Emmanuel Latelaf, and Miguel Almiron. Josh Cohen's hurt. Okay, that makes sense. But, ain't that some? Bench Guzan, it's about time. Yeah, I'm just surprised. Well, there you go. Interesting. I will say Rosie O'Donnell is definitely not important. There are more important things to take care of if you're the president of the United States, and Rosie O'Donnell is not one of them. So there's your answer. Why are we scamming Arsenal with our players? We made $50 million for a garbage player. It's not the first time. It's like the fourth. It's like the fourth time. I mean, good for them, you know. Yeah, Brasileiro is a good league. And, yeah, Valencia is there now. Hell, he played TFC before. Development camp? I mean, I know NBA Summer League is going on at this point. Toronto won. I actually watched that game. It was a good one after the first quarter. After the first quarter, the game was pretty good. Because they're idiots. That's why. And Arteta's an idiot, too. That being said, and he's wrong. Oh. Makes more sense. And he's wrong, Pepita. As I said, there are more important things to take care of. But of course, Falderall bullshit dog and pony show, you know, because that's the way the government works, no matter who it is. As I said, Jefferson was right. Jefferson was right. The tree of liberty must be refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants every so often. He was right, wasn't he? The man was right, wasn't he? Voting won't change shit, is my point. You want actual change? Voting. Turns out voting ain't the way. If it ain't clear, if it wasn't clear before, it is now. One clear before, it is now, but that's just my opinion. Two wings of the same bird. Even the people you think are populists are still two wings of the same bird. They're all shit heels, even the ones you think that are populists. No matter what side they're on, populist-wise. So there's your answer. Congrats on 4K. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But again, he's going to hurt Subbasa Endo's feelings. Subbasa Endo signed a one-day contract to retire as a Red. They celebrate him tonight, and they don't put out their best 11. Didn't Suba score the fastest goal in club history against Atlanta? Speaking of, yeah, so ain't that some, right? Ain't that some, eh? Ain't that some, eh? Start 11s are as follows. Sean Johnson in goal. The back four of Raul Petretta, Sigurd Ralsted, Cozy Thompson, Richie Larea, Davey Flores, Matty Longstaff, Derek Etienne Jr., Maxime Dominguez, Theo Corbianu, Ulla Brynhildsen. Adisa Dero and Gavrin on the bench. Huh? Well, there you go. Starting 11, Jaden Hibbert in goal. The back four, Pedro Amador, Luis Abram, Efrain Morales, Brooks Lennon, Tristan Muyumba, Bartosz Schliech, Miguel Almiron, Alexi Moranchuk, Saba Lopjanitse, and up top, Emmanuel Latelath for Atlanta. Brad Guzan sitting the bench, which is crazy. Players to watch for TFC is Davey Flores. They're really scrubbing the bottom of the barrel, aren't they, now that Lorenzo and Bernadeschi are gone? Saying, like, I don't think he needed to go per se. Miguel Almiron's the player to watch for Atlanta. There you go. I don't think he needed to go. That's fucked. I didn't hear about that, but that's fucked. That is legitimately fucked. Atlanta wearing their blue jerseys, Toronto wearing their red jerseys. That is fucked. Like, you would think that, well, most people believe that if they're hired at a job, their boss would protect them, which that's total bullshit. They really don't, but to that obviously just stab your own employees in the back is just, that's harsh. Like, that's harsh. That's fucked. I'm sorry. That's fucked. That's fucked. To do that? That's fucked. No, that's fucked. About to see another loss for TFC. Well, at least Atlanta's only a point ahead of us. We may win. Amazing. I won't spoil it. It was amazing. It was a wonderful movie. Pretty realistic. I mean, yeah, there were some dramatized scenes in there. But I thought it was awesome. They kept it pretty realistic. Wiseman, Bale, Lewis Hamilton, Martin Brundle, Toto Wolff, they all helped it stay pretty true to the sport. Of course, it was dramatized. Some of the shit that they pulled probably be illegal, but yeah, I mean, I loved it. I'd say I'm a pretty good F1 fan, and I loved it. So for somebody who doesn't even know about F1, awesome summer blockbuster for F1 fans. It's still pretty damn good. It is definitely entry level, I would say. It does explain more than you would hear on a radio. But again, I get that. It was good. Like, the hardcores complaining about it, I don't understand it. I wouldn't say I'm a Drive to Survive F1 fan. I wouldn't say that. I've been a fan for 5 years, and I haven't watched Drive to Survive until just a month ago. About to finish the show. But I got into F1 before I watched Drive to Survive, so I'm not one of those fans. I'd say I'm a pretty classic F1 fan because people complain about that. I don't know why, but, you know, awesome. Awesome movie. So, whether you're a fan or not, if you want to see it, go see it. That's without spoilers. Okay. Karma's a B. Karma's a B. St. Louis versus Portland on Sunday night, but that's not what we're covering. We're covering the Club World Cup final tomorrow. Yeah. Portland should win that, by the way. St. Louis sucks this year. But they did last year too, so. Am I kind of crazy to say St. Louis, the way they're running MLS is one, kind of reminds me of Austin? Like, isn't that, except instead of the second year they went to the Western Final, St. Louis was top of the West. Their first year had sucked ever since. Isn't that sort of, game about to start? How we doing, Ilias? A lot of them suck. A lot of them are so. I used to watch that show so much when my Nana was alive. She loved that show. I haven't really watched it much over the past 6 years since she passed, but man, she loved that show. All of them suck. Let's just be real. None of them do what Dr. Now tells them to do. None of them. They're all hard-headed. I don't get it. Like, seriously, you go to Dr. Now for help and you don't do anything he says? You're out of your mind. Why should I feel sorry for it? Like, I feel sorry for them until they get hard-headed. I really do. Then they start showing their ass, and I'm like, what? You come to him for help, and you don't listen. John Freeman, the center ref. Why should I feel sorry for you then? I feel sorry for you until you show your ass. I don't understand why that show's fun to watch at all. Probably why I haven't watched it since. It makes no sense. It doesn't. I'm sorry. If you're going to somebody for help, listen to them. Why are you showing your ass? It makes no sense to me. I'm doing good, Elias. Because if you have, it's a fact. Like, the more weight you carry, the more stress you put on your heart. It's just a scientific fact. High cholesterol, more stress in your heart. It seems to reason, right? I wouldn't say that's a scare tactic. It's just scientific fact. That you'll have more plaque in your arteries, the more weight you carry, the higher cholesterol you have, the more stress you put on your heart. I mean, he's got a point. If you just look at it from a scientific point of view, I mean, he's got a point. I mean, mostly cardio and a little bit of light body weight training. If you're doing general fitness, I think cardio would be better than a little bit of weight resistance, body resistance. If you're trying to be an athlete, well, you do a little bit more balanced. Or if you're more of a bodybuilder, then warm up, cardio, weight training. But for general fitness, cardio, a couple of days cardio, a couple of days body weight, maybe depending on exactly what you want out of that. And then yoga. I think yoga is amazing. A stretch day / a yoga day on the cool down day. It's a very good idea. But other than that, general fitness, probably 3 and 3 or 4 and 2, depending on where you want to go with it. Either equal on cardio and body weight, with the off day being yoga stretch, or 4 cardio, 2 body weight or / light. But other than that, it's just my score prediction. 2-0 Toronto. I'm going to be positive. As I said, I can't exactly remember, but a lot of them showed their ass. So no, not exactly. I'm not saying I'm against meditation, but do I sit and, what's the word? Do I sit and reflect in quiet? Yeah. Meditation? Not really. 2-0 Toronto. I'm going to be positive. Atlanta ain't that good. Three minutes in, 0-0. I mean, pretty much like they're getting help that they don't take. They're going for help that they don't take or listen to, but they still keep going. Like, if you're not going to listen to the help or take the help, why do you go for the help? You're wasting time at the very least. Your own time and the time of But, you know, like, and it's the same damn story. I mean, it just makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. But then again, oh, Pachuca's new jerseys are out. Well, there you go. Cross in. Header. I would say no. Now, is TLC paying them to be on their damn show? Oh, that might also help. I just realized. Maybe they love the money. And the way that show's laid out, it's one episode per, or two, per patient. And they're not in the best living conditions. I mean, look at their houses, right? They want the money. I just realized the longer they're on, I got it. And the residuals might not be that great, but either way, as I'm sure TLC pays these people to be on the show. You would think so, at least. But I don't think any of them realize they only get 2 episodes at best. Okay, like, they think it's about them, but it's not about them. It's not like Dance Moms or Honey Boo Boo or Sister Wives or whatever the hell. It's not about them per se. It's not about them per se. It's about either way. Dance Moms is about a cast. Honey Boo Boo was about a family. Sister Wives, they're better off because the show was about them. If they win almost all their games, yeah. Currently, no. There's like a 1% shot, but, you know, 21.9 XG entering MLS match day 24 for TFC, lowest in the league. I guess not then. Playing it back. Keeper picks it up. Google says less than 1%. Well, yeah, that's about where I said it. So there you go. 3.8 shots on target per game for Atlanta, 5th fewest in MLS. Timbers have always outperformed our XG. That means you're a good team. I say that means you're a good team. Out for a goal kick, 8 minutes in. That means you're a good team. If you outperform your XG, that means you're a good team. Or at least clinical. Of course he did. Yeah, let's change the subject. Yeah, let's change the subject. Eighth minute. Isn't the thing that they have to get to like a safe range to have the surgery? Isn't that part of the thing? I haven't watched the show in 6 years. Isn't that the thing? That they're too big for the bypass surgery? So they have to get to a certain range and then they could get the surgery? Isn't that the thing? Again, I haven't watched a show in 6 years. But isn't that the thing? I mean, you really can't say that any diplomatically at all. Like, you really just have to call it for what it is. But either way, you just have to say it the way it is. I mean, there's no diplomatic 2025 way to talk about that show. Not that I care, but, you know, somebody might. Somebody might. I don't. So sorry to hear that. Praying for y'all. Sending love to y'all. I hope things turn out well and get better. Praying for you. We're all praying for you. We're all praying for y'all. No problem. I agree. Honestly, 1-0 Philadelphia. Wait. Philadelphia 0, Red Bull 0. Or is that the wrong? Okay, Philadelphia 1, 0, Red Bull. 11th minute. Come on, Etienne. And he lost the ball. He lost the ball. Third TFC game missed in 19 seasons. Sometimes things are bigger than football. Sometimes things are bigger than football, I should say. Sometimes that's life. And sometimes you got to take care of those things that aren't football. So 12th minute. You would think I could find the right words in this type of situation because, I mean, I'm in a state of grieving right now too. You would think I'd be able to find the right words, but it's hard. It's hard. I mean, we all are, but I know Rory understands. I know he understands. It's hard. I mean, the Undisputed Era wasn't that good anyway, so let's just be real. Like, I stopped watching NXT when the Undisputed Era, like what, 2019? I love Triple H's NXT, but Undisputed Era honestly killed it. Let's just be real. Their Reign of Terror honestly killed it. Let's just be real. Corbiano. $14th minute. Before 2019, yeah. I mean, the in-ring work was good. It was just the fact that the Undisputed Era took up everything. I mean, I still watch the takeovers, but the weekly show, I wanted to smash my head against a wall. And I don't know if it should have went to 2 hours either. Blocked away. Still kind of either way. I don't know if it should have went to 2 hours, to be real. Happy for him. Happy for Dustin. Happy for him. Dude's still kicking. Probably because they changed the point of it twice. It's not like a super indie anymore. Ball cleared away. That's out for goal kick. All right. I mean, Toronto, both these teams suck. Let's just be real. It's a battle of horrible. It's a battle of two bad teams. Well, hope he does well there. It's just a battle of two bad teams. Who's the better one? Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, Atlanta is not the same Atlanta. And they have, well, the bad thing about Atlanta is they still have those players. They still have their big name players. We got rid of them both. Atlanta's still pushing on with Latilath and Almiron and Saba. We got rid of them. And Atlanta looks 73% possession. Playing forward. Etienne. Chip wide. I mean, good idea. Never mind. At this point, 0-0 draw. That's where this game's going to go. This is not. Yep. 2014, 15, 16 NXT, 17. Yeah. That was peak. Even some of those takeovers were in Full Sail, but weekly show in Full Sail besides the takeover post show and then the takeover at a big stadium. Amazing. And then they started, well, no, there was a while where they sometimes moved NXT weekly. Tried to tour it a little bit every so often. That's where it started to fall off the rails. Besides the takeovers, of course. Oh yeah, I remember. That was a fun time. 16th minute. That was a fun time. It was like, hey, this is the real show, and then we got WrestleMania tomorrow. And it was always mind-blowing how NXT could just outperform WrestleMania or SummerSlam or Survivor Series, which at that point, Survivor Series was a joke anyway, but either way. For a while, Survivor Series was a joke. Like when Money in the Bank became a pay-per-view, for a while there, that's when Survivor Series became a joke. Now they're both sort of a big 5 pay-per-view because Money in the Bank for a while, in my head, was one of the big 4. Now Survivor Series with the War Games is back into that big 5. But for a while, Survivor Series was a waste of time. Money in the Bank was the real big 4. But nobody's going to, but we're not going to have that conversation. Nobody wants to have that conversation. For a while there, Money in the Bank was one of the big 4, and Survivor Series was not, in my opinion. For what, 2011 to 2018? Like, even when they did the brand warfare, it still was sort of useless. But it sort of tried to build back, and then they brought back War Games, and that's when, so I'd say 2021? So about 10 years. Money in the Bank was one of the big 4, but Survivor Series was not. Like, the only one that got, like, close, maybe I was biased because I was there, but Cena versus the Authority, that was classic. Other than that, even some of the brand Warfare ones were just no. But either way. So Forge needs to win 3 in a row. Okay, yeah, no. I think they do well in MLS, which is crazy, but yeah, it's sad. And it means, and also Barry, was it Barry? Tropical Storm. Barry? I think, yeah. The B-name Storm from this list might get retired because of its indirect fatalities with that flooding, which I would not argue with at all. I would not argue with that at all. It's so sad. It's so sad. 20th minute. And let's also consider it's still hurricane season. They could get another weakening storm coming through, and that makes it worse. Depending on the speed of the storm, and I hope Texas doesn't get hit with a hurricane this year just because of the hill country. Of course, Houston and Galveston and that, of course, Brownsville, cross in. Like, I don't want to see Texas get hit with nothing big because the remnants going through the hill country, even if it's in August, well, it is August, September, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. So we'll see. You don't want anybody to get it, but yeah. I still think Sammy versus Shinsuke was the match of that weekend. I still do. Hell, I've gone back to watch that match several times since it happened. It's almost, 10 years old at this point? Shit. Playing forward. Shot. Latte Loft scores. Latte Loft scores. It's 1-0 Atlanta. What a breakdown by Toronto. Emmanuel Latte Loft scores. Atlanta. 2020. It was never good to begin with, but Toronto thinks he's offside, but let me watch this play. 21st minute. I didn't think so. Latte Loft looks to be just offside. He looks to be just offside. No goal, offside. I don't know if you're wanting that. He looks to be offside. He looks to be offside. It is no goal. It is no goal. Well, at least by Apple TV standards. I think he was just barely off. I think he was barely off. I think he was barely off. I think he was barely off as the ball was played. Like, if not barely, he might have been totally. There's no way. He has to be off. Like, the more I look at it, they are checking it. The more I look at it, the more I think he's off. As the ball's played, I think he's off. Like, goal kick. Yep, offside. Offside, no goal. Toronto gets a reprieve. Goal kick for Sean Johnson. Toronto gets a reprieve, which I think that was a pretty good call. Have failed to score 6 out of 10 road matches this season. And because that offside, it might stay that way. Conference. I say yes. Normally, if you look at the MLS Cup, it's normally teams like that who are third, fourth in the conference that have a good playoff run. Rarely do you see the first and second teams of the conference winning it. Now, I know LA Galaxy did. There are times that happens, but I think this might be one of those years where a fourth in the conference team can win the MLS Cup. I mean, it's always a good likelihood, but yeah, I think Portland can win. Yeah. I think they're good enough to do it and make a good playoff run. The question is Phil Neville a good playoff manager? Now, the one thing we did know, Saba Janitze cross. That did not hit a hand. I don't know why you're complaining. Richie playing forward. Corbianu. Theo. Cross. Headed away. That was a waste of time. But I think so. Yeah. I mean, Portland definitely. The question is Phil Neville as good of a playoff manager as Gio Savarese was? That's the question. Because Gio Savarese was a very good knockout manager. Like, that was one thing he was very good at. And he's a good manager. But there's one thing that Gio Savarese is good at. Phil Corbianu, CR7 2.0. Let him score and then say that. 25th minute. They do. Well, hell, Chivas does and Tigres does. They all do. Which is crazy considering, well, Corbianu. I didn't think he was that good in the first place. But then again, I guess getting Chicago to third place in the Eastern Conference and for a while they were challenging Toronto for the Shield. Remember the year Toronto won the treble? Yeah, Chicago was up there for a good while. For a good while, they were up there. Maybe that should have said some, and then they went back downwards as 2018 went on, but we did too. But either way, that should have been the sign. And then he almost won Chivas a title. He did not win Tigres one, but I thought he was pretty solid at times. Yeah, that Chicago team in 2017 was a good team. That was a good team. Like, they were damn good. I mean, people forget because of how dominant Toronto was. But Chicago was right there for the bulk of the season. And then they fell off a little bit at the end. But they were damn good. And I know it didn't happen that way, but I really wanted to see Toronto, Chicago play each other in the playoffs that year. Like, I really wanted that because I felt like even though Chicago finished third in the East, I still felt like Chicago was the second best team in the East. I feel like, their form did dip at the wrong time, which is why, right. But I still felt like on the balance of things, they were the second best team in the East. Sometimes the table lies. I thought that was one of them. Toronto was the best. I'm not saying they weren't. Chicago, I still think they were better than everybody but Toronto that year. Of course, their form dropped at the wrong time. I get it. But on the balance of things, it was Toronto, then Chicago. And honestly, probably 1-2 in the league, if I'm being real. So, I wish there was a Toronto-Chicago match that year in the playoff or tie. I guess I'm happy it went the way it did because we won. But I always wanted it to be Toronto versus Chicago, that playoffs in some way, shape, or form. Didn't happen, but I thought that Chicago team was better than that Crew team. I still think that Chicago team was better than the Red Bull team. I think on the balance of things, they were better than NYCFC, and then Toronto bonk. Well, no. That was the year before. Red Bull, my bad. I was thinking of 2016, but they still bonked them. Either way, Red Bull, then Columbus. Didn't really bonk Red Bull. Philly's up 2-0. 28th minute. Would have bonked NYCFC, but yeah. Because NYCFC went down to Columbus, yeah. 28th minute. Headed. Oh, Brynhildsen, you better not screw this up. Come on, Ula. Come on, Ula. Here's your chance. Ula Brynhildsen. And he screwed it up. Chipped over. Corbianu switches the play. Corbianu has the ball. Still has it. Corbianu. Cross in front of the net. Etienne Jr. How we doing, Alex? Nah, it's just a one-day contract to retire, but honestly, he'd probably still be better than most of these guys. That's how bad we are. I love Suba. I wish him the best. He would still be better than most of these guys. Man, I feel so sorry for him, though. Seriously, he was one of the most underrated players ever. Like Subbasa Endo, 0-0. Zeroh. Subbasa Endo was one of the most underrated players. He was so damn good, and he never really truly got a shot. He got a couple of runs, but he never truly got a shot. And I think that was malpractice by Vanny, to be real. He wanted wing play. He didn't play him much. It was sad. Like, it always felt like Suba drew the short straw. It always felt like Subbasa drew the short straw. And even now, like, he gets cancer, and this is how his career ends? Like, I hate that for the dude. I do. Like, he had such an amazing light as a guy and as a player. I believe in God's plan, but this seems harsh. This is harsh. Like, I don't see how. I believe in God's plan, but why would God plan cancer for anybody? That feels harsh. That is a question I have. Whether it's a guy like Subbasa, who has a good career, had a good career in front of him, had a lot of potential, very underrated, or just a kid. Like, I believe in God's plan, but some things that happen, that's harsh, is what I'm saying. But I'm glad people got to celebrate Subbasa. I'm glad the Toronto fans got to celebrate him. I'm glad he's retiring a Red, because he never should have left in the first place. He should have always had a good career with the guys. And I wish him all the best. Seeing what's happened to him. Dude, it hurts. It legitimately hurts. And Suba deserved better when it came to his career. And that's life, eh? Sometimes you don't get what you deserve. Sometimes it just goes, sometimes it doesn't go the way you want it to, you know, and sometimes it doesn't go the way that you deserve it to go. You push it as far as you could push it. And life just comes up with a wild card, a joker, and says, boom, you thought. And I hate that for him, because he was so damn good. Like, it hurts. It hurts to see how things turned out for Subbasa. Wide. Because dude was so underrated. The dude was such a good player. He was a good dude. He deserved much better. He deserves much better. I don't know why I say deserved, because he's still walking. He's still breathing, which in a way, that's a blessing too. His heart's still beating. He's still breathing. He's still walking. That's a blessing too. And he still gets to be, I'm here. He still gets that. And that's a blessing that he still gets to open his eyes every day. Say, thank you, Lord, for this day. But the thing that sucks is cancer ruined his career. He deserves so much better when it comes to football. Solid dude. Solid dude, but a damn good player. He deserves so much better when it came to football. He always drew the short straw. Whether that was Vanny's fault, whether maybe it was just situations. Kerr coming on from Brent Hilton. Whether he was playing in Australia and they said, nope. He goes to play for Galaxy 2. Then he gets cancer. Dude just kept drawing a short straw. Dude deserves so much better. Deserves so much. In his career, deserves so much better. But again, it could be worse. It could be worse. Gets to wake up every day. It could be worse. But I'm glad people got to celebrate Subbasa. And he got to be there to see that. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad that he got to see people celebrate him. That he did mean something to this team. That he did, even if his career didn't turn out the way that I thought it should have, that he probably thought it should have, he got to see people celebrate him, and that's what matters. He got to be there. He got to see the club celebrate him. He got to see those fans celebrate him. And that's what matters. He knows that he matters. He knows that he's remembered. He knows that in the end, no matter what, he is part of the history, and we celebrated his history with his club. Whether it could have been better, we'll never know. They got to celebrate him, and he got to see it, and that's a blessing. And that's a blessing, and he will always remember that. And I hope to God that he gets to tell his kids that if he does ever have kids, and if he has kids and his kids ever have grandkids, that he gets to tell those possible grandkids that story of how much this team celebrated him. I would hope. I would pray. I pray that Subbasa gets to tell one day the story about how much this team celebrated him and these fans celebrated him to his kids, and then hopefully able to tell his grandkids one day. I would pray. I pray that that's the case. I pray that that's the case. And I'm glad he got to see himself be celebrated. No matter if his career should have been better than it was, I'm glad he got to be celebrated. And he got to see it. And he can always remember that. Life may be a cruel mistress sometimes, but sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. You know? Got to take the blessings where they come. Shot, save. Sometimes you got to take the blessings where they come. And being celebrated and watching yourself be celebrated is a blessing. I don't think he ever dreamed of that. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm not him, but you never really dream of that until you see it, right? He feels like a humble guy, so I don't think he really dreamt of being celebrated like that. That's just my opinion. But either way, all love to Subbasa. I raise a glass. I raise a drink to him. We love you. We wish you the best in your retirement. We wish you the best in your life. Hopefully you can tell this story for long time, for till you're 80, 90, 100. Hope to God that that's the case. You can tell the story till then. We love you. We love you. We wish you the best. We love you. Aye, aye. 40th minute. Io, Oscar, Julia, Kairi. Io number 1, then Oscar, then Julia, then Kairi. And I like Kairi, but she is, no. Compared to those three, no. 4th. Especially WWE career-wise. 40th minute. Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, Alex. Playing forward. I didn't watch it. I saw it end up as a draw. Yeah. That was shocking. For what I saw, that was shocking. Rodolfo Pizarro scored. Yeah, no, that was a flooring moment. I saw the scoreline and who scored. I didn't watch the game. From what I could tell, shocking. I know Cota was in goal. That doesn't. Let me make sure I wasn't tweaking. Pizarro 80th minute, Zendejas 39th, Sanchez 70th red card. Okay. Pizarro open play. Yeah, no. Shocking. Let's see. Cota, Espinosa, Cáceres. It was a sort of B team for America. Okay. It's still Juarez, though. Rodolfo Pizarro scored on you. Put your head down. Those are my thoughts. Well, he'd still be suspended for like 3 games. No. I don't think he's that much better than Longstaff or Oso for that matter. No. Ask Montreal. Ask them cheap asses. Thank you very much. No. Like, was it cut short for a good reason or for are you cooked? It depends. If it got cut for a good reason, you take it. If it got cut because you're cooked, well, that's life. I don't know what else to say. That's life. Playing forward, TFC. Dominguez. Not good enough. 43rd minute. Yeah, but I'm not surprised. Labor costs. Okay, you might be, I don't know, you might be cooked. Okay. Well, I wish you the best. Hope you find a good one. Or at least a passable one until you got to make your next move. But yeah, I wish you the best. Lord have mercy. CCL, duh. Like, do you even know how my brain works? Sure. Yeah, so they just sound like dirty bosses then. Okay. 44th minute. '45th minute. CCL, UECL, or UEL? CONCACAF. CONCACAF. Good run. Clear the damn ball. What are we doing? Over the bar. 45th minute. CONCACAF. I prefer Toronto and Chelsea, but manager or player? Manager or player? Oh no. No, that's a stupid question. Either way, 5 minutes of stop shot. Well, that's a stupid question. Actually, forget about that. Forget about that. Forget about that. Oh, yeah, that was a stupid question. CCL or UCL? CONCACAF. Now you realize why it was a stupid question. CONCACAF. If I was a coach, I'd rather win CONCACAF with a Costa Rican team than win the UCL. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I'll be live for both the skills challenge and the game. Yes. Don't worry. I said it. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Why are you booing me? I'm right. I like a challenge. Winning a UEFA Champions League with a big club in Europe is not a challenge. It's just meant to happen. It's not a challenge. Winning the Champions Cup with the Costa Rican club is a challenge. I love a challenge. I love a challenge. Also, winning the Club World Cup with an MLS team would be a challenge, even with a bigger salary cap. But I love a challenge. Chipped over, saved. Crimea River. Crimea River. Crimea River. Crimea River. USL or EFL? Well, yeah, no, USL. I would rather win the CONCACAF Champions Cup after winning the Open Cup with a team like Louisville City than being the EFL championship. That's just my opinion, though. Well, the Dutch might respect me. But I don't know if I'd ever want to live in the Netherlands. So, they might respect me, though. They're like, he's actually good. He knows his stuff. Thank you. Treat me like I know my shit, not like Ted Lasso. We could be A-okay. Oh, Longstaff got hit over the bar. 48th minute. Basically, yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I will troll to hell and back about it. But, do you realize how bigoted Euro snobs are? Especially English Euro snobs. Even if you are an American Euro snob, do you realize how bigoted they are? If you were born in America or in North America and you're coaching an English team, they're going to call you Ted Lasso. They're going to be like, you don't know shit. What? Just because your passport has a St. George's cross on it and mine has a freaking magnolia? I know more than you ever forgot. I know more than you ever forgot. You're a bigot. 1, I love a challenge. 2, .49th minute. Huh. I don't get it. I mean, look at what happened to Jesse Marsh. Well, either way. Look what happened to Jesse Marsh when he coached Leeds. Look what happened to him. '50th minute. Messi scored. Go. Yeah, are we surprised? Canada loves Jesse Marsh. See what I mean? You know. England hated him. Like, I mean, it was hard to replace Bielsa. I get it. But I get it. It's hard to replace Bielsa. He ain't English either. He used a translator. He didn't even learn the language. And they loved Bielsa like he was God. Which I'm not disagreeing. Bielsa's a good manager, but you get my point. Bielsa was treated like a god. Because Argentina has a divine right to be a big football country. We like them. We're good with them. They're a big football country, even though Maradona. But either way. But you got Jesse Marsh. He replaces him, and they treat him like shit. He deserved a little bit better. I mean, did Leeds have their problems structurally when he was there? For sure. But they treated him like shit. They treated him like shit, Jesse Marsh. And I'm not saying he's perfect, but he's an American? They treat him like shit? Yeah. It's so different. And Jesse Marsh did the same shit, but he got freaking torched. Jesse Marsh did similar shit, but he got torched. But Bielsa does it. It's cool. And I love Bielsa. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just saying keep it the same. Either you torch him and torch Jesse, or you say, oh, Bielsa's such a genius. They went head to head. But Jesse gets torched? And I had a problem with it before he became the Canada manager. Now I just don't understand it. Halftime, 0-0. Make it make sense, is all I'm saying. Make it make sense. Bielsa's leads. Is it halftime yet? 0-0. Yep. They had structural problems, was my point. Jesse got thrown under the bus because, one, he wasn't Bielsa. Second of all, he was an American. Third of all, they threw him under the bus. He was set up to fail. And he did pretty solidly, all things considered, still set up to fail. And he still got out of relegation at least once. Then they fired him. And then they got relegated because they fired him. So, you know, I don't know. Brighton. I mean, Tottenham, historically, they've had their moments. They won a European trophy, but firing Ange was the dumbest thing they could have done. And you could say Ange kind of got a similar treatment to Jesse Marsh, or an American coach, because Australia is still not a big football country. You know, he did get a similar treatment, but, you know, they shouldn't have fired Ange. But right now, I think Brighton is the best set up to do better next year, if that's your question. Historically, Tottenham. Brentford is neither. Brentford should, I mean, of course, Frank got poached. I get it. They're screwed. Let's just be real. I don't know about relegated because, you know, if there's any team that goes down that isn't a promoted team, it's Brentford. Brighton's the best setup to succeed next year of those three. Best all time, best history, Tottenham. Best setup to succeed next year, Brighton. In my opinion. I think Brentford's going down. If there is a team that goes down of established Premier League teams, it's Brentford. Unless there's just 3 promoted teams go straight back down again. Because Leeds isn't, they have a history of being established, but right now they've been promoted. Brentford, if of any of the 18 or 17 established teams, Brentford's going down. That's where I would go with it. Now, of course, you have should we just say the teams who've came up are going back down? Fair. But if a team that actually did, that'll never happen. I would laugh, but it would never happen. There is no way United gets relegated. There's no way. Like, none of the 3, United can't be that bad. But they finished really close to the relegation zone last year. Point taken. But those 3 relegated teams are so damn bad, it was a horrible finish, but nonetheless, I don't think United could be actually that bad to get relegated unless somehow all 3 promoted clubs, or 2 of them, actually put up a fight. Then you could get scared. But I think the way the Premier League is now, there's no way. There's no way United gets relegated. Last year was their best chance, and they still stayed up because they can't be that bad. They can't be that bad. With the squad they have, they can't be that bad. Maybe I'm just not seeing the forest for the trees because of how bad the promoted teams were last year. Maybe I'm not seeing the forest for the trees. Maybe if there was actually competitive promoted teams, maybe they would have went down. But we'll see. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, 0-0 between both teams at the half, and Toronto has more XG. Huh? Well, okay. Sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats at the half. I would say Wrexham, Southampton, Sheffield. But who am I kidding? Southampton will still go back up. Hopefully not Sheffield, though. Ugh. With that being said, 43% possession to 57% possession, 8 shots to 6, 2 shots on goal to 2, 157 accurate passes, 81%, 220, 83%, 5 fouls to 3, 0 corner to 2, 8 shots to 6, 2 shots on goal to 2, 194 passes to 265. We have 81% pass accuracy to 83. We have 9 throws to 9, 0 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 0, 0 red card to 0, 0-0. Toronto's had their moments, as well as Atlanta. Pretty boring game. Both teams have had chances. Toronto has more expected goals. Toronto looks like the slightly better team. Besides that one brain dead, let Atlanta pass, but that was offside. So thankfully, I really can't say much, really. I mean, Toronto has a point. That's about, they'd still be under Atlanta. Actually, they're just under DC, too. 20, if they win, they'll be above Atlanta and DC. Well, at least until DC plays the LA Galaxy. But Toronto still would have more wins. Either way. So we'll see what happens. They would be 10 points behind, or 9 points behind Chicago, 10 points behind the Red Bulls if they won. They could still win. Let's see what they put in when it comes to this game. But I want to see a better second half. Keep playing the way you're playing, but at least get a goal or two. Evander scored for Cincinnati. 2-0 Cincinnati over Columbus. I'd say that's about 9.5. 9.5. I'll go with it. I'd say that's about right when it comes down to it. I'd say that's about right. Yeah. Very, very much misused. I was a fan of them all. So, yeah, 9.5. Maybe DDP as well. Raven, Diamond. Yeah, I was thinking Diamond Dallas Page. Wasn't really thinking Raven. Dude honestly, Raven got wasted by everybody but ECW. Let's be real. Let's be real. I think he's more than just misused by WWE. He got misused by everybody but ECW. TNA misused him. Like, that's why I wasn't thinking of Raven. He got misused by everybody. Elias is another good one that got wasted. Yeah. Yeah. Second half about to start. Here we go. Had his moments. WCW had his moments. Did all right with him. Fair. Toronto to kick off the second half. Here we go, 45th minute. Can Toronto find some over the next 45 minutes? At least hold Atlanta to a draw. If not, win. Somehow they have more expected goals, which is wild to say the least. But, you know, we'll see. Louisville City is playing Leganes. All right. See what Louisville City does. Sounds like Louisville City scored. Okay. That's crazy. See if it's under friendlies. Or not. Okay. 0-0. '46 minute. Sean O'Hare, yeah, that's a good shout. Playing forward, Toronto. Shot! Oh, what a save! What a save! Corner. What a save from Hibbert. Wow. What a save. What a save, man. Amazing. Guzan wouldn't have made that. I'll tell you that right now. Boom. What a save. Corbianu had the shot. What a save. What a save. All right. Corner. Toronto started this half pretty well. Keep playing this way. Corner. Longstaff. Carlson. Header. Goal! 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 Davy Flores! 1-0. What a header! Davy! Let's go! What a header. Thumping header from Davy. It's 1-0 Toronto. Davy Flores. What a cross. What a cross from Longstaff. Davy Flores with the goal. Boom. Boom. What a run. What a run from Davy. Mox lost? Wow. There you go. 1-0 Toronto. 48th minute. Davy Flores. Y'all are better Atlanta and DC. Who turned on Moxley? 48th minute. Who turned on Mox? 48th minute. 1-0. Now hold the hell on. Bartosz Schleich is down. Nobody did. Good header too. Amazing header. Swerve help Adam Page. Vamos Toronto. Vamos, vamos. 1-0 Toronto. Davy Flores goal. Davy Flores goleador de la partido. 1-0. Tiro de esquina. Goal. 1-0. Bartosz Schleich injured. Amazing header. Amazing. Like, he's good at that. Davey. Ah. 50th minute. Yes, Alex. Nice to see Flores get a goal. It's his second of the year. Something like that. 2 goals for Toronto. Both this year. Both this year. Well, that might have changed, actually. My bad. March. 1 goal. Scored March. Nope. Yeah, I think this is. It might have been 1 last year as well, but that didn't show up on the freaking font mob. Second goal of his Toronto run. Who will win Liga MX? Ooh. Apertura. Cruz Azul. Clausura. Monterrey. Cruz Azul, definitely a favorite. America, they're starting to pull back a little bit. Toluca, and Baby Flores looks angry. He must have got hurt. I think Cruz Azul right now, that's my favorite. Toluca, they got to reload a little bit. They got to reload a little bit. Coelho's coming on. They got to reload a little bit. Cruz Azul. I think they'll push on. Just a hunch, though. Nice. Happy to hear you're back home safe. Arriba el Cruz Azul. Mi predicción de la Liga MX Apertura. Cruz Azul campeón. Clausura Monterrey. Pumas might get Keylor Navas. That's genius. It's still Pumas, though. It's still Pumas, though. I won't pick them to win until they win. Ball crossed in. That's out. I won't pick Pumas to win until they win. I've learned my lesson. I don't believe Pumas can win until I see them win. I learned my lesson. 54th minute. Corner. Cross in. Header. Nothing there. Sabalop Janitse. That'll be a free kick for Atlanta. Coelho will be coming on for Davy Flores. We're cooked. San Diego's actually really good this year. Let's not forget that. San Diego's really good this year. We're in 12th, baby. Still 9 points behind of a wild card spot. But San Diego's really good this year, just to be clear. Just to be very and utterly clear, they're very good this year. We're probably cooked. San Diego's top of the West. Actually, screw really good. They're top of the West. I know the gentleman's agreement is draw intercontinental or interconference. Nah, not Wednesday. Enjoy the sun, even though it's August. Yeah. Let's see how they're doing against Chicago. 1-0. 1-0 over Chicago. In Chicago, no less, for San Diego. They are 2 points clear of Minnesota at the top of the West with the current result they have. Free kick for Atlanta with their current result and Minnesota's current result as well. Oh. Oh. Free kick. San Diego next. I love America's new Adidas kit. I love it. I think it's awesome. Some people say it's too much. I love it. I think it's awesome. Aaron Ramsey wanted some football. Good. Oh, no. Shot wide. That almost was a shit show. Goal kick for Toronto, 57th minute. Do you watch Squid Game 3? No. Now, I can't say I live under a football painted rock because I can binge watch something if I'm actually interested in it. Look at Try to Survive. I've binge watched that show in about a month. Less than a month, honestly. 7 seasons of 70 episodes. 2 episodes per day. Well, it wasn't exactly like that, but either way, playing forward. With how busy things have been, yeah, about a month. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Feels like it's only been a month. So, no, I can binge watch things if I actually care. I really don't care about Squid Game. None against it. I just have no want to watch it. Turns out I could actually binge watch something if I actually have the want to watch it. Even during the most busiest time of my season. So, do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. So, I just have no want to watch it. I can't just hide under the excuse, oh, I live under a football painted rock. Now, it turns out I actually can binge watch something. I'm not saying it's a bad show. It looks pretty good. But am I like chomping at the bit to watch it? No. Will I watch it during the off season? Maybe. Even then, I still don't really do well binge watching shows. Either way, playing forward. Good tackle by Cozy. Richie. Out. Goal kick or corner. Even the final season. I mean, there's only 3 seasons. But, and then my question is if I do watch it, should I watch it in Korean or just dubbed? Subtitles or dubbed? What should I do if I watch it? Korean, right? If it was Japanese, I might. If it was Japanese, I might watch it without dubbing. It just the what's the word? Subtitles for what I don't completely have in my grasp. But with Korean, I don't know Korean. So dubbed. Dominguez over the bar. Is Toronto forced to win? I mean, they have the lead. I wouldn't say. I mean, they pretty much have to if they want to make the playoffs. I mean, forced. I recommend you watch The Chosen. I mean, okay. recommend. I've never heard of The Chosen. I never heard of that show. Is it new? English. Alice in Borderland. Why is it Moxley's fault? 60th minute. Faith series, nice. Oh. Oh, that's what it is. Well, that makes sense. Well, that's what it is. Okay. So that's what it is. Playing forward. Oh, catch the ball. Oh, what are you doing? Etienne, clear it. Clear, clear, clear. Why are we... No, Tony Khan's a dumb booker. Why are we blaming Moxley? No. Tony Khan's an idiot. Huh. Oh, Brian showed up. Oh, well, there you go. That's cool. Oh, Daniel Bryan showed up. That's cool. It's Toronto. What do you mean? Just make sure you're ready for it. 63rd minute. Rawstead gets a yellow card. Just make sure you're ready for it. Free kick, 63rd minute. 63rd minute. Huh? Juan Soto, All-Star? Cleared away. Oh, no. Lennon cross, saved. Why are you palming the ball down and then picking it up? Just catch it! Red Bull gives you wings, huh? Really? Corbianu ball out. On comes Spicer. Good. Man, I still can't believe they fired Christian Horner. João Pedro. Spicer on for Etienne. João Pedro. I've seen the light. João Pedro is him. I've seen the light. João Pedro is him. That's all I'm saying. I've seen the light. João Pedro is him. João Pedro is on fire. How we doing, Risklander? Playing over the top. Caught. 65th minute. João Pedro is that dude, is all I'm going to say. He's that guy. He is that guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. João Pedro is going to... He's the dude. He's the starter, in my opinion. Now, free kick for whom? Free kick for whom? Free kick for whom? Best striker since Diego Costa? Yes, he is. I don't need to see much more. I've seen enough. Yeah. Brennan coming on for Saba. Honestly, funnily enough, they're both Brazilian. Diego Costa was... He naturalized Spanish. He was born Brazilian, so I'm not wrong. 65th minute. I'm not wrong. Yeah, he played for Spain, but he was born Brazilian, so I'm not wrong. Playing forward. That's out for a throw-in. Watching Seattle and Miami. Well, I mean, that does make sense. Somebody said SpongeBob's becoming South Park for kids. What is... What, for the reason it's been on so long? Free kick for Toronto. I still watch both. I watch both. What do you mean, South Park for kids? I watched both my whole life. Pretty much. Okay, I watched SpongeBob a little bit earlier, but either way, pretty much my whole life I've watched both, and I still watch both. What do you mean? What do you mean? Free kick for Atlanta. What do you mean? Coelho will score the free kick. Wasn't close enough. Talking about another one. Eh. 67th minute. Playing forward. Thought TFC. Well, Atlanta had a free kick just then. 67th minute. Spaster just came on. How's he playing so far? Good. Hasn't really had much to do. Nice job clearing Spicer. Offside. Give me a second. Playing forward. Foul. Free kick Toronto. Well, I mean, it's what? Be just like I was looking at the other screen when that's happened a good amount. It's no different. 69th minute. Malik Tillman, officially Bayer Leverkusen player till 2030. Well, good for him. 69th minute. Header. Oh, that wasn't good enough. 1-0. 22 minutes to go. Huh. They don't? No AAA All-Star game anymore, huh? Corner. 70th minute. Ooh, corner. Corner for Atlanta. Lennon to take. 70th minute. 1-0 Toronto. Ooh. It's just the way it is. Damn, what a cross that was. It's just, it is what it is, really. Oh. Throw in. Headed down. Out for a throw for Atlanta. FIFA Club World Cup 2025 ad when it's not even in Toronto and tomorrow's the final. What does that make any sense? That does not make any sense. Good for Hangman. I don't know. Chipped over, headed away, goal kick. 72nd minute. That was a good call that Toronto got away with that. July 29 is Leagues Cup. Yep, Leagues Cup will be starting soon. Miami better take it seriously. Yeah. I mean, I would think so. '72nd minute. Newcastle, you mean? When he was at Newcastle? I would hope he didn't Toronto. I really don't. He hasn't really been the same Almiron he was at during the Prem or his first stint in Atlanta. Toronto, I wouldn't say they've been the better team, but they have the lead. Almiron, or Latte Loth for that matter, hasn't really had anything to speak of, really. Be cleared away by Atlanta. Oh, that was the first big thing he's done. What a run by Almiron. There it is. I mean, it was down the wing, but, getting the ball out of pressure, but, good run. 73rd minute. Out for a throw, 74th minute. Good step. Longstaff plays it forward. Here comes Corbianu. Theo Corbianu. Still Corbianu. Corbianu in the box. Dumps it back. Waste of time. I don't think he is. I legit don't think he is. I think this has gone so horribly for him that he does not want to be there. No, I think he legitimately thought this would go much better and it wouldn't be that hard. I think it's kind of like Insigne. Lorenzo Insigne thought MLS would be the easiest thing he's ever done. And he got paid a freaking shitload to go. Pochettino, on the other hand, thought the USMNT would be the easiest management job he ever had. Got a shitload to come over and coach him and thought he'd be the dude who made them the freaking, got them to the level the golden generation was supposed to get to. I don't think he knew a damn thing about the USMNT, but, they have a golden generation, or at least a so-called one, and said, I'll take the job. They're paying me a shitload? You're damn right I'll take the job. Like, in the box. Out for a goal kick, 75th minute. 1-0. Substitution. It's going to be Mayumba off for, yep. I think he doesn't want, well, Messi better stay for that case. For Tiare. Tiare's on for Mayumba. Yeah. Which is a shitload for a national team manager. Playing forward. 76th minute. Playing forward. Nice run. Kerr at DeAndre Kerr's feet. 77th minute. Dominguez. I don't know. When that happened, I was a baby. I have no idea why they freaking scheduled it that way. And I don't think it's something you could easily research. So they did. I can't tell you. Hell. Well. Also, I don't have Jack Warner's phone number, so that doesn't help either. Or his email, for that matter. Free kick for Atlanta, 77th minute. That doesn't help either. No. I don't even think he wants to be there. He realizes this is much harder than he thought it would be. I mean, it seems to me he will. Like at this point, if he doesn't get a job this summer anywhere else, I don't believe him that he didn't talk to Brentford. I don't believe that for 5 seconds. Advantage played. I don't believe that for 5 seconds. Carlson. It's going to go wide. Another cross. Spicer, get to the damn ball. All right, 78th minute. Lennon. Schleich almost pressed off of it. I think he's staying because he's pretty much forced to. TFC. Seth Rollins lost to LA Knight. That actually does kind of surprise me. Oh, look, Seth's getting booked shittily with the Money in the Bank. I thought he was actually immune to that because he already did it once. Dread it, run from it. Destiny still arrives. Booked shittily with Money in the Bank. Shot! What a save. Hopefully. 79th minute. LA Knight should have been world champion by now. Problem is, Roman. I will, don't worry. You think I wasn't? TFC shot that was saved by the Atlanta keeper. Header. Spicer has the ball. Spicer, top of the box. Drops it back to Cozy Thompson. Cozy Thompson. What the hell? And Dominguez ran straight to the ball. Out for a throw for Atlanta. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. I agree with that too. And I hope to hell Cody doesn't win the title off John Cena. Even if Cody turns heel. It would be better off. It would be better off if Cody won as a heel. If he turned heel at SummerSlam. I don't want Cody winning the title back. I don't want Cody to be the one to take it off John Cena. I really don't. I mean, yeah, I prefer John to retire with it, but I know that won't happen. I don't want Cody to be the one to take the belt off Cena. I don't. Well, that makes more sense. What happens? Well, I guess they could still keep the Money in the Bank on him and then just have him not cash in until I feel the same way. 81st minute. (1-0) Toronto. 81st minute. Saved by Sean Johnson. Dude! Atlanta's guy damn near took him out at the legs. What are we doing? I mean, he caught the ball, but still. That could have been a shit show and a half. That could have been a shit show and a half if he dropped it. Dear God. Playing forward, 82nd minute. 1-0. Cross in. Headed away by Rolstead. Penalty. Yellow card for Spicer. Wait, was that out of the box or was that in the box? Spicer gets a yellow card. Longstaff was pissed at him, which I don't blame him. Let's see if that kick was out of the... It was the free kick. Yes, free kick. It was definitely out of the box. Tries to get the ball and he kicks it Lennon. Free kick. Yellow card. That's honestly locked on. I'm not mad about it. You can't do that, Tyrese. You can't do that. Can't do it. 82nd minute. Free kick. Almiron and Moranchuk. Which... Free kick for Atlanta. Top of the box. Free kick for Atlanta, top of the box. It's on Apple TV. Baranchuk's going to take the free kick. Okay, that's interesting. Not Almiron? Dominguez don't even know where to go. Over the bar. Sean's happy. Goal kick. 83rd minute. Almost gave me a heart attack. That's my bad. That's my bad. It looked like it was inside the box. I needed the other angle. He went down in the box for sure, but the kick was outside of it, so. Playing forward. Kerr doesn't get the header. Dominguez. Oh, no. He's honestly been bad. If Vancouver, if Forge didn't get put against the Whitecaps during the semifinal, I would have said yes. A one-legged final. Now, the good news is if Forge beats Vancouver Whitecaps, they will host the final at their stadium and play a CPL team. So in that case, they should win. But if Vancouver somehow loses to Forge over 2 legs, which would be nuts, then again, Valor kept it close. So do with that what you will. Playing over the top. Do with that what you will. All the way back to the Atlanta keeper, 85th minute. Do with that what you will. So I hope Forge somehow beats Vancouver. I'll be watching that tie. I'll be rooting for it. I legitimately hope Forge pulls this off. That would be the best thing I've ever seen. One of the best things I've ever seen. Lennon cross in. Horrible pass. Dominguez finally gets rid of it. 85th minute. Down the middle. Corbianu, good tackle. 85th minute. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 1-0 Toronto. It's getting a bit wild. They're getting a bit discombobulated. They're not seeing this out very well. You know, that only means one thing. That only means one thing. 85th minute. Good block. And Dominguez does nothing but block. It goes back to an Atlanta player. Forge deserves to be in the MLS. I agree. Forge would do well in the MLS. Probably better than Toronto. Or Montreal, for that matter. Good step by Cozy Thompson. 1-0 Toronto. Thompson's done really well, yeah. Thompson's done very well. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I'll agree with that one. Playing forward, 86 minute, 4 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Boom. 86 minute. Lennon, cross, headed away. Spicer heads it away. Longstaff falls down, or the ball falls down. 87th minute. It's out for a throw for Toronto. Toronto gets a throw. Now let's build up some pressure. Player down hurt for Toronto, Dominguez. Beta Shore's throwing out water bottles, dude. 87th minute. 87 minutes of football down. More than 3 to go. At least 3, but definitely more. I wish stoppage time didn't exist. Yeah, same here. Messi has both goals for Miami. Well, ain't that a surprise? 2-1 Miami. Ain't that a surprise? Montreal 1-1 versus Orlando. Hey, at least we're still 3 points. Actually, no. 5 points ahead of Montreal if we hold on. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, would I have him play the 10? Yes, because I still think Coelho and Flores should be the dual 8s. But Owuzu scored from the spot. Of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he did. Philadelphia 2-0 over the Red Bulls. Thank you, Philadelphia. Charlotte 1-0 over NYCFC. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Still 9 points behind a wild card spot. Free kick Toronto. Down the center. Really? Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Son of a... That does not sound fun. I like Jelly Roll, but... I like Jelly Roll, but no. No. 89th minute. 1 minute to go. I just totally see this being a shit show when it comes to Jelly Roll. Well, I hope he does surprise everybody. I hope he does look better than I thought he would in the ring. Wide, goal kick. Corbianu, really? I normally say shoot first, ask questions later, but I'm asking questions. I normally say shoot first, ask questions later, but right now I'm asking questions. 30 seconds. Well, they haven't won the Club World Cup yet, but hopefully tomorrow they do. 20 seconds. Honestly, yeah, I'll agree with that. Cozy Thompson, man of the match. If Toronto wins, save Bashan Johnson. '90th minute. How much stoppage time? I'm not sure. Jelly Roll, but at least probably Jelly Roll. I don't know. I probably want to see Jelly Roll more than Travis Scott. I actually like Jelly Roll. I don't like Travis that much. Yes, I will. Stoppage time 6 minutes, so 5.5 minutes to go. 1-0 Toronto. I'm starting to sweat. Carlson, header, Rosted. Ay. Save Sean Johnson. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. And Rosted's cramping up. Yes, I am. Soup day tomorrow. Early supper. Well, basically eating supper for lunch. Then I'll put the suit on, then I'll be on for the match. A noon supper, put on the suit, then the match. Just because. Might be longer. Simmer Manchich coming on. Coming on. '92nd minute. I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to sweat. Oh. Stefanovic coming on. Stefanovic and Charlie Sharp, actually. I mean, it would be funny, but Charlie Sharp, 93rd minute. Just hold on. So that means our stoppage time, pain, will continue for, well, watching them play stoppage time and be in pain because they are, is going to last for a little while longer. Well, the good news, Corbianu's off for Charlie Sharp. How many added? 6 minutes, but we're at 93 minutes because of injury. The injury happened at 91. So add 5 for 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. 98 minutes. Goal kick taken. So we go to 98 minutes. Or actually, no, 99 maybe. Toronto will be 2 points behind their 2023 season with 13 matches to go if they win tonight. Hold on to the win tonight. 3 points away from 2012. 5 points away from 2007. 8 points away from 21. 9 points away from 13. 13 points away from 11. $14 points away from 22. They could still somehow beat their points total from playing forward. Whoa, wait. Headed away. Are we playing down a man right now? Wait. 95th minute, 1-0. Bruh. 1-0. Yeah. Charlie Sharp is finally on. Good. Now we're playing with 11. Clear the damn ball. Good job. Or not. That was barely cleared. Chips through. Lennon. Shot. Cross. Headed away. Charlie Sharp. Over the bar. Corner. Well, that's going to be a penalty probably. How many points did Toronto have last year? 37. There's no way that's not a penalty. Charlie Sharp, what he did, that's going to be a penalty. I'm pretty damn sure of it. I'm pretty damn sure they're going to end up giving a penalty for that. I mean, what was he supposed to do? I don't know, but corner. For now, it's a corner for Atlanta, but Charlie Sharp goes for the ball, but kicks at Brennan. Atlanta corner for now. Definitely probably will end up being a penalty, though. There's no way it doesn't. This team hates to win. Brennan is up. If they somehow get away with this one, I'm going to be shocked. Can we at least have some? For now, it looks like corner. Or not. Sharp on for Corbianu. And he might have just given away a penalty. Either way, Atlanta's going to score, I bet. They haven't made the decision yet. We're so lucky if it isn't a pen. Why are they putting the camera on him? VAR. Or not, wait. Larea is walking with a referee to the VAR monitor. It's going to be a penalty. There's no way it's not. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Possible penalty for a foul. I mean, there's no way it's not. Yellow card. Longstaff gets a yellow card. There's no way it's not. There's no way it's not. Jesus Christ. Last minute equalizer. Hey, at least with all the stoppages, we might have time to get it back. Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, he didn't touch him, but he did obstruct him. He didn't touch him, but he obstructed him. I don't think he touched him. That's the positive about it, but he definitely obstructed. Oh, no. Some angles look like he got the leg. Some don't. Some don't. I can't. Some do, some don't. Some do, some don't. It's 50-50. But knowing VAR, penalty. Yep, penalty. 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 Well, there it is. Penalty. Penalty, 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 of course. I mean, I understand it, but, I mean, from some angles, it looks like he got the leg. From other angles, it doesn't. Knowing VAR, though, Lateloth, Emmanuel Lateloth, to get his goal back. 100th minute. 90 plus 10. Charlie Sharp gives away the penalty. 1-1. You got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me, man. Charlie. Don't even have to wait. Oh, well, yeah, true. I was like, please be wrong, man. Lateloth for Sean Johnson. Whoa! Oh, it went in! You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. 1-1. Ugh. Ugh! One. Fuck! Saved and off the hands and in. That's hell, man. Oh, fuck. It went. Sean Johnson got the save and it went off his hands and on the other way. Like, that's just. I don't know. Maybe the gods hate us. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Latela scores. 90 plus 10. Fuck. That's all I could say. One. Yeah, this one's on Fraser. Yeah, I agree. Call the pirate. Call the pirate. I'm tired of your bullshit. Call the pirate. Lols. It's Toronto. What'd you expect? What I'm pissed about is how like, let's just pull the knife out of their chest bullshit it was. Dude. Like, the penalty was half and half. Like, the penalty was half and half. Some angles looked like he got the legs, some didn't. But he was guilty of obstruction at the very least. Sean Johnson saves it. It goes the other way and off the post and in. What? Like, even if he did touch it, he's still... I can't even be mad at Sean. I can't even be mad with the fact that we can't save a penalty. He touched it. He touched it. He touched it. They haven't learned shit. They haven't learned shit. That's the problem. We might even lose this game at this point. We might even lose this game at this point. Forget the freaking win. We might just lose at this point. Corner. At this point, we might lose. At this point, we might lose. Blame Charlie and Fraser. Fraser should have never brought him on in the first place. Corbianu could have went 4 or 5 more minutes. I don't think Corbianu would have done that. We might have screwed it up, but I don't think Corbianu would have done that. And it's full time. Full time, 1-1. And Cozy Thompson is pissed. I mean, look at him. And I don't blame him at all. Cozy's pissed. Dude's the man of the match. Let's be real. Cozy was the man of the match. Cozy was man of the match. And he's pissed. Either way, call the pirate. Another damn draw. Hey, at least we didn't lose. These boys hate to win, though. Fraser the interim hates to win. Fraser hates to win. But at least we didn't lose. Yay! With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Like, this is hell, man. Jesus Christ. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this game. And I will see you tomorrow for the Club World Cup Final live review. 1:55, 2 p.m. Central. I will see you then for Chelsea versus PSG. But we have to make the review first. I still have to. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.